the streets up. Yeah, yeah. Okay, wake the streets up. Okay, come on. Okay, wake the streets up. Yeah, yeah. Come on, wake the streets up. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. It's time to get up and tune into your daily BossFM news with your girl, Kayla.
And I'm Xander.
Let's get started.
So on Thursday, October 8th, 13 men were arrested for plotting to kidnap the governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer. 6 men were charged by the state for allegedly plotting to kidnap the governor, along with 7 other men arrested by the FBI, allied with a militia group known as the Wolverine Watchmen. It was also reported that the group tried to find the addresses of law enforcement officers in order to target them, send threats about a civil war. The governor, who's in safe hands by the way, later remarked on television she knew this job would be hard, but I'll be honest, I never imagined anything like this. She specifically blamed President Donald Trump for his failure to condemn alt-right militia groups. All men stand on trial for a variety of firearms and terror charges. And I mean, like, when I read this, I was shocked. Like, that's crazy. And like,
Bold. That's just bold.
crazy. And like, also like the idea that these are the people like that Trump has like on his side, like, and they're willing to do that, like, that's scary. That's just like scary too. Like,
Yeah, it's scared to even think if Biden does win, what are these people or these groups, what's going to happen?
yeah, like how are they gonna react?
In some lighthearted news, Jacob Blake is finally out of the Milwaukee hospital after he was shot several times by Kenosha police. However, there's a long road to recovery for him. He has been transferred to a spinal injury rehabilitation center in Chicago. The 29-year-old was shot 7 times in front of his kids by Wisconsin police officer Rustin Shelley on August 23, 2020. After the incident unraveled, resulting in the bullet piercing Blake's spinal cord and stomach, there was an uncertainty about Blake ever walking again, CNN reported. From hearing this, I'm actually pretty glad that he is out of the hospital because, you know, he could have been in the hospital and eventually, you know, passed away. But this is the first guy that has been racially profiled by police and been set out to be murdered by police, but actually survived. So I'm really glad that he's actually in a rehabilitation center and is getting better because eventually he's going to tell his story. And I'm just waiting for him to tell his story.
Yeah, no, it's definitely so good. I mean, it's just like at this point when it comes to like the Black Lives Matter movement and all the news, it's kind of like good. All the good news comes with bad news, but I mean, we'll take the good news for what it is. Like he's alive and like he's definitely going to be making a large impact in the community because he can share his story like directly with people. So,
right,
you know.
Exactly.
On Wednesday, 26-year-old New Jersey postman Nicholas Buchen faced charges of delay, secretion, or detention of mail after 1,870 pieces of mail were found discarded in various trash cans over the weekend. Of the 1,875 pieces, 100 were general election ballots intended for Essex County, New Jersey. U.S. Attorney Sarah Marin had asked for his bail to be set at $50,000 because Nicholas had recently quit his job for the Postal Service. She stated that while he did admit to discarding the mail, there was reportedly to be no indication that there was any political involvement. Buchen was released on a $25,000 bail into the custody of his brother after his trial on Wednesday. And I mean, with this story, I mean, they got two sides. Like, you can totally believe that he does have political, like, intention, or you don't. And I mean, either way, you're affecting the election with your action. And you just can't be doing that.
Essex County is where I live. I live in Newark. So it could have been my grandma. It could have been my mom. Like, he's just doing it. Like, I believe it's a political motive. I think he's a Trump supporter just from what he did. But yeah, that's just my opinion. That's my tea. All right, so you know what day it is. It's Friday, so that means it's Feel Good Friday. Woo. On Feel Good Friday, BossFM likes to share some tips with our lovely audience to make you guys feel good. Because, of course, when you feel good, life's even better. So today we're going to give you some tricks and treats to help alleviate stress and get rid of stress. So just to start off with, our brain is designed by evolution to pay lots of attention to danger than emotions. It's a mechanism that wants us to survive until we reproduce, according to evolution psychology. So with that being said, when we're under a huge amount of stress or having anxiety attacks or even panic attacks, our brain is tricking us to think that we're in danger when we're really not. And it's making our bodies do all these crazy things and feel all these crazy emotions internally when really, in actuality, we're not in as much danger as we seem or as we think we are. So some ways to get away from that is to help your brain unlearn the tricks that it's already teaching. And you can do that by one, if you're scared of something or have a phobia of something, you can face that fear. Two, you can practice mindfulness. So that means, paying attention to your surroundings in that moment and working and focusing on your breathing, or, the good old route of self-care and whatever self-care means to you. Because self-care, honey, self-care does a lot for me.
Well, that's it, guys, for your morning news. Thank you to everyone who gave us a listen today. Make sure to tune in on Monday morning for our Monday recap, and don't forget to tune in later today at 8:30 p.m. for more entertainment news with Boss FM. If you'd like to rewatch any of our shows, as always, they will be available for replay on the Boss FM app, as well as all of our social media platforms. Again, thanks for watching, y'all. It's your boy Xander.
And it's your girl Kayla.
Have a great day.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah. Okay.